This is the whisper. The rumor. The leak that Apple is desperately trying to keep buried. The Mac Mini, the tiny, silent assassin of the desktop world, is about to become a monster. Forget the M4. Forget what you think you know about small form factor computing. Because the M5 Mac Mini isn't just an upgrade. It's a total, ruthless, industry-redefining declaration of war. For the next 30 minutes, you will hear and see the one thing every Mac user, every creator, every power-hungry developer in America is waiting for. We are peeling back the official curtains, past the press releases, and diving deep into the clandestine world of Apple leaks. We're not just talking about a faster processor. We're talking about the end of slow render times, the final blow to the PC tower, and a tiny aluminum box that could silently run your entire professional life without breaking a sweat, or your bank account. Stay with me. Because the single most important decision you will make this year, whether to buy now, or wait, will be answered by the time this video ends. The elephant in the room, the release date betrayal. Let's start with the hard truth, because this is where the money is saved, and the patience is tested. The biggest question in the tech world: when does the M5 Mac Mini actually drop? The immediate temptation is to follow the pattern, M4 this year, M5 next year, right? Wrong. The latest intelligence from sources buried deep within the Cupertino supply chain suggests a timeline that is far more calculated, and frankly, far more brilliant for Apple. We are looking past the initial M5 MacBook Pro and MacBook Air releases. Those are just the appetizers. The Mac Mini is being held back. Mark Gurman and a select few analysts are all pointing to a mid-2026 launch window. Think late spring, early summer. But why the delay? It's not a design problem. It's a strategic advantage problem. Apple is giving the Mac Studio just enough time to breathe. They are waiting for the M5 and M5 Pro chips to mature, to be absolutely perfected on the 3nm third-generation fabrication process. This isn't about just releasing a new model, it's about releasing an untouchable model. The Pro version, the Mac Mini M5 Pro, is what we should all be tracking. If the current M5 rumors hold, this machine could deliver performance that absolutely crushes the Mac Studio from 2 generations ago. And that is why they must wait. To avoid cannibalizing their own high-end lineup too early. The key takeaway for you, right now: do not purchase an M4 Mac Mini if you are a Pro user. The 6 to 8 month wait is going to deliver a generational leap that will make the current model feel instantly obsolete. Lock that in, mid-2026 for the Mac Mini M5 and M5 Pro. The wait is the investment. The performance jolt, a leap of AI-accelerated faith. Now for the spec sheets. The sheer numbers behind this tiny device are what will force your hand. This is not a marginal bump in clock speed. This is a fundamental restructuring of how the Mac Mini processes data, thanks entirely to a singular focus: on-device AI. The M5 chip, even the base model, is rumored to feature a CPU boost of around 15% faster multi-threaded performance than the M4. That's solid, but forget about the CPU for a second. That is not the story here. The story is the GPU and the neural engine. Leaks point to a completely re-architected GPU. Think a new 10-core base GPU with something Apple is calling a neural accelerator in every single core. Let that sink in. This is why your video renders are about to be annihilated. Why your 3D models will compile in a fraction of the time. This GPU is rumored to deliver over 4 times the peak GPU compute performance for AI workloads compared to the M4. 4 times. This doesn't just mean a faster Siri. It means faster everything for creators. Final Cut Pro, AI-powered tracking, noise reduction, and smart color grading will be done instantly. Blender and Cinema 4D, rumors suggest up to 6.8 times faster 3D rendering compared to the M1 chip, a monumental leap, and a substantial, measurable jump over the M4. Generative AI, running large language models, LLMs, like the ones that power Apple's new intelligence features, will be done entirely on the device, with staggering speed. No more waiting for the cloud. This is a private, lightning-fast, portable supercomputer for AI. This isn't just a gaming upgrade. It's a creator's upgrade. It is a professional's upgrade. It is the ultimate pitch for any serious American content creator who wants Mac Studio power for less than half the price. The Mac Mini is demanding to be taken seriously as a pro machine. The professionals demands unified memory and storage revolution. The biggest bottleneck in the current Mac Mini lineup, the one feature that makes power users scream, is often the memory and the storage. Apple is finally, and perhaps reluctantly, listening to the professional audience. 1. Unified memory, the bandwidth explosion. We are getting hints of a nearly 30% increase in unified memory bandwidth for the M5 chip, reportedly jumping to an astounding 153 GB per second. Why does this matter? Because unified memory is the secret sauce. The CPU, GPU, and neural engine all share one lightning-fast pool of RAM. The wider the pipe, the faster everything moves. This is what allows you to open 500 Chrome tabs, a massive Photoshop file, and a high-resolution video project all at the same time without the dreaded spinning wheel. And here's the most aggressive prediction: the M5 Mac Mini will finally offer a higher-end unified memory option on the Pro chip. The M4 Mac Mini topped out at 24 GB of unified memory. We are predicting to see a minimum of a 48 GB option on the M5 Pro Mac Mini, and an outside chance, a true dream for creators, of a 64 GB configuration. That is Mac Studio territory, in a Mac Mini body. If that leak holds true, the M5 Pro Mac Mini is an instant buy. 2. Storage speed and base capacity. Let's be honest, the base 256 GB SSD in a modern computer is an insult. It's been Apple's way of upselling you. The rumor mill is heating up with speculation that the base Mac Mini M5 will finally start at 512 GB of SSD storage. This is a huge win for the consumer and eliminates the most frustrating bottleneck for entry-level buyers. But more importantly, faster SSD speeds. The M5 is reported to feature faster NAND controllers, leading to a significant increase in data transfer rates. This is critical for 8K video editing, working with massive raw photo files, and managing multi-terabyte libraries. The Mac Mini has always been great, but if it can't ingest and spit out data fast enough, the power is wasted. With the M5, that bottleneck is about to vanish. This will be the Mac Mini that actually feels like a professional machine from the second you open the box. The wild card, a Mac Studio Mini? This is where the speculation gets truly exciting, and where your investment decision gets complicated. We've seen the Mac Mini. We've seen the Mac Studio. Now, are we about to see the birth of the Mac Mini Pro? A Mac Mini that has a slightly taller chassis to accommodate a dramatically superior cooling system and more ports? While the strongest leaks, like those from Mark Gurman, suggest no major design changes are expected for the Mac Mini M5 refresh, we must consider the cooling requirements for this rumored, beastly M5 Pro chip. An M5 Pro chip, with its boosted CPU and GPU cores, generates significantly more heat. To pack that kind of performance into the existing, perfectly flat Mac Mini chassis would be a thermal nightmare, throttling performance and defeating the purpose of the M5. Therefore, we have two possibilities. Possibility A, the safe bet: Apple sticks with the classic, flat design, but integrates a significantly re-engineered thermal solution, thinner heat pipes, better fan design, to handle the M5 and M5 Pro power while maintaining the current form factor. Possibility B, the creator's dream: Apple introduces a slightly thicker Mac Mini, perhaps an extra 10 to 15 mm, or a new Mac Mini Pro with the aesthetics of a smaller Mac Studio. This extra space would allow for a superior vapor chamber and cooling, unlocking the full, unthrottled potential of the M5 Pro chip. This would be the ultimate signal that Apple is building a compact powerhouse specifically for the creator market. I am betting on possibility A for the standard M5 Mac Mini, but holding out hope for a surprise Mac Mini Pro reveal that delivers the cooling necessary for the truly pro power. If you are waiting for a pro machine, you must wait for the mid-2026 announcement to see which chassis Apple settles on. The cooling will be the biggest factor in performance under sustained load. Connectivity, the Thunderbolt 5 and Wi-Fi 7 game changer. Speed isn't just inside the box, it's in the connections. The Mac Mini is the hub of a desktop setup, connecting monitors, external drives, and networking hardware. And here, the leaks point to a massive leap forward in connectivity. 1. Thunderbolt 5. This is the big one. If the Mac Mini M5 launches in mid-2026, it will be the perfect timing for the integration of Thunderbolt 5. Thunderbolt 5 promises a massive 80 gigabits per second of bidirectional bandwidth, with a potential for a stunning 120 gigabits per second for display-heavy workloads. What does this mean for you? You can run multiple high-resolution displays, think 3 or even 4 4K monitors, without any compromise on frame rate. More critically, external storage. Your external SSDs and RAID arrays will run at speeds that virtually eliminate the difference between external and internal storage. For video editors and photographers, this is the final piece of the professional puzzle. It untethers your workflow from the internal SSD and makes external libraries genuinely viable for high-demand work. 2. Wi-Fi 7. We are also expecting the integration of Wi-Fi 7. Wi-Fi 7 is the future of wireless connectivity. It's designed to provide up to 2.4 times the speed of Wi-Fi 6E. For a desktop machine like the Mac Mini, this means one thing: the ability to wirelessly stream and transfer massive files, even 8K footage, across your local network with unprecedented reliability and speed. If you work off a network-attached storage system, or NAS, the M5 Mac Mini will be the absolute bottleneck breaker in your system. The combination of Thunderbolt 5 and Wi-Fi 7 elevates the M5 Mac Mini from a great computer to a truly future-proof professional hub. The final verdict: wait or buy now. We've seen the timeline, mid-2026. We've seen the performance, a 4x increase in AI performance, a 15% CPU bump, and a total memory bandwidth explosion. We've seen the potential upgrades, 512GB base storage, Thunderbolt 5, and possibly a Mac Mini Pro chassis. So, the ultimate question for our American audience, the ultimate decision you must make today: should you wait for the M5 Mac Mini, or buy an M4 Mac Mini now? This decision is entirely dependent on one factor: your workload. You should buy the M4 Mac Mini today if you are a general user, browsing, email, light photo editing, and standard 1080p content consumption. The M4 is already a blazing fast, silent machine for these tasks. You have an Intel Mac Mini or an older M1 Mac and you need a new machine right now. The M4 is still a phenomenal upgrade from anything pre-M4. You are on a tight budget and cannot afford the inevitable price hike that will accompany the M5's superior specs and new technology like Thunderbolt 5. The M4's price will only drop further. You must wait for the M5 Mac Mini if you are a content creator, a video editor, 3D artist, or high-resolution photographer. The massive jump in GPU, neural engine, and memory bandwidth in the M5 is not a luxury, it is a necessity for cutting down render times and accelerating AI workflows. You will pay for the wait with time and money saved in the long run. You are a developer or data scientist working with machine learning or large language models. The M5's focus on on-device AI acceleration is specifically designed for your workload. Waiting is non-negotiable. You need future-proof connectivity like Thunderbolt 5 for multiple 4K per 5K displays and ultra-fast external storage. The M5 Mac Mini, especially the M5 Pro model, is shaping up to be the most powerful, compact, and disruptive desktop Apple has ever released. It is poised to steal a huge market share from the full-sized, power-hungry PC rigs, offering professional performance in a silent, beautiful aluminum slab. This is not a Mac Mini. This is a Mac Studio Mini. And it is coming. My final, unadulterated advice: if your work involves anything professional, wait for the M5. The leaks are too strong, the technology too transformative. Don't buy a great machine today when a revolutionary machine is right around the corner. The M5 Mac Mini is coming to reclaim its crown, and you don't want to be left behind with the old specs.